Good morning, students. In polynomials, in previous class, I was explained about which when an algebraic expression you call it as a polynomial, an algebraic expression whose variables power is non-negative integer or non-negative rational number, those only we call it as a polynomials. And I was explained about degree. Degree means what? Variables highest power only we call it as degree, and zeros we call zeros means what? When you will substitute a value, its value will become 0, then the value we call it as 0 of the polynomial we call. These three I was explained in previous class. In today's class I am going to explain about graphical representation of an algebraic expression or graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. In today's class I am going to explain about graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. I am going to explain. Graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. Already I was explained about this degree also. If degree is 2, then we call it as a quadratic we call. If an polynomial whose degree is 2, then the polynomial we call it as a quadratic polynomial. Polynomial whose degree is 3, then the polynomial is called as cubic polynomial we call. If degree is 4, then we call it as a biquadratic we call. If degree is 1 means what? We call it as a linear we call. If degree 1 means we call it as linear. A polynomial whose degree is 1, then the point is called as linear. If degree is 2 means what we call it as quadratic. If degree is 3 means what we call it as cubic. If degree is 4 means what we call it as biquadratic equal. If degree is 5 means what? Then you have to say 5th degree. Like there is no particular names from 5th degree onwards. Up to 4 only or particular. If a polynomial whose degree is 1, then we call it as a linear polynomial we call. A polynomial whose degree is 2, then we call it as a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 3, then we call it as a cubic polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 4 means what? Then we call it as a biquadratic we call. Degree is 5 means what? Call it as a 5th degree. There is no particular name onwards. Now, graphical representation means what? We are going to represent on a graph. Which one we are going to represent? A quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 2. That one we are going to represent. Graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial. And in this already I said you the standard form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c is the standard form of a quadratic polynomial. In this a, b, c are real numbers and x is the variable. In that a, b, c are real numbers and x is the variable. The standard form of a quadratic polynomial. This is the standard form. Here, if you observe properly, in this variable is x and here x power is 2 and here x power is 1. The highest power is 2. So here the degree is 2. That's why you are calling it as a quadratic. Already I said if degree is 2 means what? Then you call it as a quadratic we call. Degree is 2 means what? You call it as quadratic. Degree 3 means cubic. Here degree is 2. So that's why you are calling this as a quadratic polynomial we call. Now, in this always a value is also not equals to 0 and the shape of this, the shape of ax square plus bx plus c and its shape is either open upwards or open downwards. The shape of this, the shape of quadratic polynomial is upwards U shape like this or else downwards U shape like this. And in this also, when you will get this upwards means in ax square plus bx plus, if this a value is greater than 0, then the shape is you will get upwards, and if the a value is less than 0, then you will get the shape will be downwards. You will get ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial. In this already condition is a value is compulsory, a value is not equals to 0. Why? Because if a value is equals to 0 means what, then it will become a linear polynomial. It will become a linear polynomial. Here a value is greater than 0. If a value is greater than 0 means what, then you will get a u shape upwards, and if a value is less than 0 means what, then you will get a downwards. And one more condition is here this shape we call it as a parabola shape. We call it as whatever this one you are getting, we call it as a parabola. We call it as parabola. We call it P-A-R-A-B-O-L-A, parabola. We call it as these shapes. We call it as a parabola shapes. And next I am going to explain about these zeros. If y equals to ax square plus bx plus c, if this a value is not equals to 0, this is a quadratic polynomial. In this again, three cases you have. If you will find its zeros, you have three cases: case 1, case 2 and case 3. Three cases you have. What is the case 1 means what? If ax square plus bx plus c, if you will draw the graph of this ax square plus bxc, and if the graph touches, already I said what is the shape of ax square plus bx plus c, either it may be upwards or it may be downwards. If you will draw the graph, if the graph touches the x-axis at 2 points, here if you observe properly, this is a parabola equation. This one already you know this graph. This one you call it as x-axis and this one you call it as y-axis. In graph, if you draw this parabola, quadratic polynomial, if you draw means what, you will get like this. If you represent in your graph, whenever you are drawing like this, then this graph touches the x-axis at 2 points, these 2 points, then it has 2 zeros. If the graph touches the x-axis at 2 points, then it has 2 zeros. Again, this one you call it as x-axis and this one you call it as y-axis. Either it may be like this also. Now here the graph is upwards and here the graph is downwards. Again here also if you observe properly, the graph here also touching the x-axis at 2 points, then it has 2 zeros. It has 2 zeros. Quadratic polynomial, if you draw its graph means what? If the graph touches x-axis at how many points, then it has those many zeros. Here the graph is touching the x-axis at 2 points, so it has 2 zeros. Here also this parabola shape touching the x-axis at 2 points, then it has 2 zeros. And another case is if you observe properly, here the graph touches the x-axis at only 1 point. Here the graph touches the x-axis at only 1 point. Then here it has 1 0. Here the graph touches the x-axis at only 1 point and then it has only 1 0. Here also touching the graph x-axis at only 1 point. Here also you are getting only 1 0. Here how many zeros? Here in case 1, you are getting 2 zeros. In case 2 you are getting 1 0. In case 3, what is the case 3 means what? If the graph does not touches the x-axis, means here I am drawing a shape like this parabola shape, U shape. Means here I am drawing this shape. Here if you observe properly, here this graph does not touch the x-axis, so then it has no zeros. If the graph does not touch the x-axis means what? Then it has no zeros, we will say that. It has no real zeros, we will say that. If the graph does not touch the x-axis means what? Then it has no real roots also. No real roots means what? Then it has imaginary and complex roots it has. It has no real roots, simply call it as it has imaginary and complex. Now here I am saying graphical representation of a quadratic. Already I said you quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means a polynomial whose degree is 2 means what, then we call it as a quadratic polynomial. The standard form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c is the standard form of quadratic polynomial. In this in ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and x is the variable. And one more condition you have to remember, that in ax square plus bx plus c, a value is compulsory not equals to 0. Why? Because here a value is equals to 0 means so then it will become a linear. This is a quadratic we are saying means so compulsory a value should not be equals to 0. And the shape of ax square plus bx plus c, if you will draw its graph means what, you will get a U shape. Either it may be upwards or it may be downward. This is only we call it as parabola, we call it. This shape only we call it as parabola shape. And in this, when you will get this upwards means what, if the a value is greater than 0, then you call it as a quadratic. Then you will get shape upwards. If a value is less than 0 means what, then you will get downwards. And if you draw the graph, of x square plus bx plus, then in this case 1, next we are going to learn about this zeros. In this zeros, if you draw the graph like, if the graph touches the x-axis at 2 points, then it has 2 zeros we call. Here also, but here this is upwards, here this is downwards. Here case 2, here the graph touches the x-axis at only 1 point, then it has 1 0. Here the graph touches the x-axis at 1 point, it has 1 0. Case 3, here the graph does not touch the x-axis, then it has no zeros, we call it as. Now after this, next we have exercise problems only. Exercise 3.2. In 3.2, first bit, the graphs of y equals to p of x are given in the figure below for some polynomials p of x. In each case, find the number of zeros of p of x. There he has given some figures. For those figures, just you have to identify the number of zeros. By seeing that figure, just you have to identify the number of zeros. In the first problem, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Here the graph, whatever this graph is, a straight line he has given. Like, now he is asking to find the number of zeros. Already I said to you, whenever he will give one graph, means any shape or whatever, he will give graph and he will ask to find the number of zeros. Nothing is, just that graph touches the x-axis at how many points, then it has those many zeros. If the graph does not touches the x-axis, means what, then it has no zeros. Now here, if you observe properly, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. And here the given an equation. Which equation? This is the straight line equation. Here, this equation, this straight line does not touches the x-axis. What I said you, zeros means what? It should touches the x-axis. If it does not touches the x-axis means what? It has no zeros. Here, the straight line does not touches the x-axis, then it has no zeros in this first one. In this second one, here he has given one graph like this. This is the graph. If you observe properly, whatever the given graph touches the x-axis at one point, whatever the given graph, whatever it is touching the x-axis. Just you have to see the x-axis, not the y-axis. Should not consider the y-axis. Just you have to consider the x-axis. The given graph touches the x-axis at only one point. Then it has 1 0. Here the graph does not touch the x-axis, means so here what you will write? No 0 we call. Right. For this first one, the graph does not touch the x-axis. It has no zeros. If it does not touches, means what? It has no. Here the graph, whatever the given graph is touches the x-axis at only one point, we will write it as 1 0. If in the same way, if you observe in your graph, in your textbooks, third one, whatever the given graph touches the x-axis at 3 points. For the third one, it has 3 zeros. Why? Because the given graph touching the x-axis at 3 points. The same way, if you observe the fourth problem, whatever the given graph, the graph touches the x-axis at 2 points. And next in fifth one, in this fifth problem, the given graph touches the x-axis at 4 points, then it has 4 zeros. For the third problem, the graph touches the x-axis at 3 points, so it has 3 zeros. For the fourth problem, the graph touches the x-axis at 2 points, so it has 2 zeros. Fifth problem, the graph touches the x-axis at 4 points, then it has 4 zeros. In sixth problem, the graph touches the x-axis at 3 points, so it has 3 zeros. The remaining problems you will see in your textbook and you already explained you. Now next, what is asking? Find the zeros of the given polynomials is asking. Second bit. First problem, whatever he has given, p of x equals to 3x. He has given one polynomial, p of x equals to 3x. Now what he is asking? He is asking to find the zeros of the given polynomials. Here he has given one polynomial, that is p of x equals to 3x. Remember, whenever he will ask to find the zeros, means what? Immediately you have to assume let whatever the given, let p of x equals to 0, I am assuming. Whatever I will give, that we will assume it has 0. For which one? Whenever you will ask to find the zeros by ordinary method, not by graphical method. I don't know. So that's why I am assuming. Let p of x equals to 0, I am assuming. Actually, p of x means what? 3x. So 3x equals to 0. Afterwards, you have to simplify this. 3x equals to 0 means what? X equals to 0 by 3. X equals to 0. X equals to 0 means in this, whatever this p of x equals to 3x, if you substitute x equals to 0, its value is becoming 0. That's why here x equals to 0 is the 0 of the polynomial we call. X equals to 0, we call it as 0 of the polynomial. Therefore, what you will write now? 0 is the 0 of the polynomial, 0 of the polynomial 3x we call. Means if you will substitute 0 in this polynomial, in this you will substitute x equals to 0, its value is becoming 0. That's why we call it as 0, we call it as here in this problem, 0 we call it as 0 of the polynomial we call it as. Next. P of x equals to x square plus 5x plus 6. X square plus 5x plus 6. Now he is asking to find the zeros of the polynomial. He is asking. Already what I said, whenever you will give a polynomial and you will ask to find the zeros, means what? You have to assume it as 0. I am assuming let p of x equals to 0. I am assuming. Let p of x equals to 0. Actually, p of x means what? X square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. X square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. Already in ninth class you learned that how to simplify a quadratic expression. That is, when you call it as an expression, here it is not equals to 0. We call it as a quadratic expression, quadratic. If it is equals to 0 means what? Then we call it as a quadratic equation. Now after this, already I said you, if ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial, or in this we will find a product. Product means what? We will find a into c, we will find product. Sum means what? Here this b, you only call it as sum, we call it as. First we will find the product. How we will find the product? We will multiply the x square coefficient with the constant term. That one we call it as the product. Sum, we will consider this sum. X quotient only we will consider it as the sum. Now what I am going to do means what? In the same way, here x square quotient is 1, x square quotient is 1, x quotient is 5, and constant term is 6. So first I will find the product. I will find the product. What is the product means what? Already I will find x square quotient into constant means what? These two you multiply. What is that? 1 into 6 means what? How much I am getting? 6. A sum, how much I will get a sum? X quotient, what is the x quotient is here? 5, and x quotient is 5. Means if you find what is the meaning of this one, P means what? Product. Here S means what? We assume it as sum. Means if you multiply any product means what? Already you know, multiplication. If you multiply any two numbers, that should be equals to 6. In the same way, if you find the sum of any two numbers, those two numbers sum should be equals to 5. Same you have to get. Those two numbers, if you multiply means what? You have to get 6. Those two same numbers, if you do addition means what? You have to get 5. Means what? What are those numbers? If you, when you will get 6, 2 into 3, you will get 6. In the same way, sum also, if you do addition, 2 plus 3 equals to how much I am getting? 5. 2 into 3 I am getting 6. In the same way, 2 into 3, 2 plus 3 equals to how much I am getting now? 5 I am getting. Now in the same way. So what are those numbers? So how we can write this 5? This 5 now I can write it as 2 plus 3. So now x square. How we can write this as 5x now? This 5x now I can write it as 2x plus 3x. So 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 6. Now you observe properly. In this, is there anything common? Yes. What is common? X is common. So x square plus 2x means what? If from these two I am taking x as common. If you take x as common means what? X into x plus 2 plus, from this here 3 is there and 6 also 3 is there. So that's why I am taking 3 as common. If you take 3 as common means what? 3 into x plus 2 equals to 0. Now anything you got common? X plus 2 you got common. So you take x plus 2 as common. If you will take x plus 2 as common means what? X plus 2 into x plus 2 I am taking it as common. Then what is left now here? X plus 3 is left. So x into x plus 2 into x plus 3 equals to 0. Now this is in the form of AB equals to 0. If AB equals to 0 means what? Either A value is equals to 0 or B value equals to 0. By that condition, now what you can write now? You can write it as x plus 2 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. If x plus 2 equals to 0 means what? X equals to minus 2 or x equals to minus 3. Therefore, the zeros of this polynomial are minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of this polynomial. Means what is the meaning of this one? In this, if you substitute x equals to minus 2, its value will become 0, and if you substitute x equals to minus 3, its value is becoming 0. So the zeros of this polynomial are minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. In the same way, you have to do some problems homework. X square plus 9x plus 6 Once wait. I'm giving homework for you. 3 problems you do. Okay, whenever it is minus means what, I will tell you in the next class. Minus means how. Now, these 5 problems you do, try yourself, you practice, you find the zeros of these polynomials. You have to find the zeros of the polynomials. You try these 5 problems, you find the zeros of these 5 problems. Now, next, in textbook, third problem, these 5 problems you try yourself. Next, in textbook, third problem. P of x equals to x plus 2 into x plus 3, x plus 2 into x plus 3. Now he is asking to find the zeros of the polynomial. If you observe properly in second bit, second problem, simply after simplification part only directly as what I said you already, whenever you will ask to find the zeros means what, you have to assume it as 0. So what I am assuming, like P of x equals to 0, I am assuming like P of x equals to 0 here. P of x equals to 0 means what you can write now here, x plus 2 into x plus 3 equals to 0. This is in the form of AB equals to 0. If AB equals to 0 means what, either A value is equals to 0 or B value equals to 0. So by that condition what you can write now here, x plus 2 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. Now x plus 2 equals to 0 means what, x equals to minus 2 or x equals to minus 3. So the zeros of the polynomial is minus 2 and minus 3. What is the meaning of this one? In this, if you substitute x equals to minus 2, its value is becoming 0. And if you substitute x equals to minus 3 in the whatever the given polynomial, if you substitute x equals to minus 3, its value is also becoming 0. That's why you are calling this as minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial P of x equals to x plus 2 into x plus 3. Okay, in the same way you try these 5 problems, homework you try yourself. And next, that fourth one again I am going to tell you. Already I said you about degree. Degree means what? An polynomial whose highest power only we call it as degree. In a polynomial, highest power only we call it as degree. Already I said you this, and you have to remember that always number of zeros is equals to the degree of the polynomial. If you observe properly, the degree of this polynomial is 2, so it has 2 zeros. Always you have to remember that the number of zeros is equals to the degree of the polynomial. If you observe properly, in the previous problem, its degree is 2. So there you are getting it as 2 zeros. Not only in this. If you go for, if a polynomial whose degree is 3, then you will get 3 zeros. If a polynomial whose degree is 4, means what? Then you will get 4 zeros. If a polynomial degree is 5, means what? In that case, you will get 5 zeros. So that's why always you have to remember one point. In a polynomial, always number of zeros is equals to the degree of the polynomial. So next, whatever, why I said you this, because next problem, if you see the next problem, there he has given one polynomial whose polynomial degree is 4. So in that case, there you will get 4 zeros. You will get whatever he has given, p of x equals to x to the power of 4 minus 16. P of x equals to x to the power of 4 minus 16. Now, if you observe properly, here whatever he has given polynomial whose degree is 4. So in this problem, how many zeros you are getting? You will get 4 zeros. You will get. In previous problem, there up to there he has given a polynomial whose degree is 2. So there you got 2 zeros. Here he has given polynomial 4th degree polynomial, so we will get 4 zeros in there. What are those 4 zeros? We will find out. So always whenever you ask to find the zeros, means what? Always you have to assume, let p of x equals to 0. Already I said you this condition. Whenever you ask to find the zeros, means what? Always you have to assume, let p of x equals to 0. You have to assume. Now what is that p of x? P of x means what? X to the power of 4 minus 16 equals to 0. Now x to the power of 4 minus 16 means what? If you observe properly this, x to the power of 4, I can write it as x square whole square. You can write by using the power a to the power of m whole to the power of m. X square whole square, x to the power of 2 into 2 means what? You will get x to the power of 4 minus 16. 16 you can write it as 4 square. 4 square value is 16. You will get. Now, if you observe properly, this is in the form of some a square minus b square. Already you know that identity. A square minus b square equals to a plus b into m n. So by using this identity, how you can write now? I can write it as x square plus 4 into x square minus 4 equals to 0. If you observe properly, you assume x square as single term. Then a square minus b square. A square minus b square identity by using the law. So a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b. Now x square plus 4. Here plus 4 is there, means what? You leave this like this only. X square plus 4. But again, once again, if you observe this properly, x square minus 4. Still you can 4. I can write it as x square minus 2 square. You can write x square minus 2 square. So again, if you observe properly, a square minus b square. A square minus b square is still how you can write now? X square plus 4 into, again, a square minus b square. A square minus b square, you can write it as a plus b into a minus b. So again, by using this condition, x plus 2 into x minus 2 equals to 0. X plus 2 into x minus. Now afterwards you observe properly. Still you can use any identity like that. X square plus 4, you can't use any identity. X plus 2, already this is in simplified form. X minus 2, this is also in the simplified form. Now afterwards, here what is there in between them? All this multiplication is there. Already I said you, whenever if it is a into b equals to 0, means either a value is equals to 0 or b value is equals to 0. Here how many terms are there? 3 terms. So 3 terms means what? If a into b into c equals to 0, means what? How it the same condition you apply. Either a value is equals to 0 or b value equals to 0 or c value equals to 0. If you apply those conditions, means what? What you will get now? X square plus 4 equals to 0 or x plus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 2 equals to 0. Now you simplify this. X square plus 4 equals to 0 means what? X square equals to minus 4. X square equals to minus 4 or x plus 2 equals to 0 means what you will get now? X equals to minus 2 or x minus 2 equals to 0 means what you will get? X equals to 0. Now still you have to simplify this. Already said how many zeros you will get? Always the number of zeros is equals to the degree of the polynomial. Here the degree is 4. So total how many zeros you will get? You will get 4. If you observe properly here, how many you got? 3 only. 1, 2, 3. Where is that one more? One more you have to find. What is that one more means what? X square equals to minus 4 means what? You can write it as x equals to square root of minus 4 or x equals to minus 2 or x equals to 2. Already in real numbers, so first only you learned x equals to square root of minus 4, you call it as an imaginary number. You will get its value is x equals to plus or minus 2i. Plus or minus 2a means what? One is x equals to 2a, or another one is minus 2i, or one is 2 and another one is minus 2. So 4 zeros you are getting. One is 2i and another one is minus 2i, 2 or minus 2. So total you are getting 4 zeros. Here these 2i and minus 2i you call it as imaginary numbers. Already you learnt in real numbers. 2 and minus 2 are real numbers we call. So x to the power of 4 minus 16, here if you observe from here the degree is 4. So that's why you are getting 4 zeros you are getting. Always number of zeros is equals to the degree of the polynomial. If you remember that, if degree is 5 means what? 5 zeros you will get. If you remember that point means what? Most of the students up to here only they will simplify and they will stop. Not like that. Still you have to simplify this. Here a into b into c equals to either a value equals to 0 or b value equals to 0 or c value equals to 0. So if you simplify this, you will get x equals to 2a or x equals to minus 2a or 2 or minus 2. Next, one more problem. Y 1 by 4 and y 1 by 4 and minus 1 or y 1 by 4 or zeros of the polynomial p of x equals to 4x square plus 3x minus 1. Here he has given one problem. Why you are calling 1 by 4 and minus 1 are zeros of this polynomial? Means if you substitute 1 by 4 and minus 1 in this, after substituting, if we get its value is equals to 0, then we call this 1 by 4 and minus 1 are the zeros of the. After substituting, if we will not get its value is equals to 0, then we call it as not zeros of the polynomial. Now, so for first whatever he has given, so what he has given, solution, what is given p of x, given p of x equals to 4x square plus 3x minus 1. Here he has given in this. Now first how much you have to substitute? 1 by 4. The first value is 1 by 4. You will substitute x equals to 1 by 4, p of 1 by 4. If you observe properly, in x place I am writing 1 by 4 means what? In this polynomial wherever x is there you have to write 1 by 4. Always in any problem if you will get like this 1 by 4 in p of means this is a polynomial in variable x. Means now indirectly the meaning of this is a polynomial that wherever x will come in, so there you have to write 1 by 4 which equals to 4 into, here x is there, so how much you have to write? You have to write 1 by 4 whole square plus 3 into 1 by 4 minus 1 which equals to 4 into 1 by 4 whole square, you will get now 1 by 16 plus 3 by 4 minus 1. 4 ones are 4 4s are 16. So how much you will get now? 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 1. 1 by 4 and plus 3 by 4, how much you will get now? You will get its value is 1. We will simplify 1 by 4 and plus 3 by 4, 1 minus 1. 1 by 1 plus 1 minus 1, its value is 0. If you will substitute x equals to 1 by 4, how much you are getting? Its value is getting 0. So what you call this 1 by 4? You call it as 0 of the polynomial for this value. In the same way, you substitute x equals to minus 5, x equals to minus 1 and you try yourself.